we're going to start. So this is a little tricky because we don't have the final two results right now. So the games that we are waiting on Clippers Pelicans, which there was some news released earlier that Paul George is not going to be playing in this game. So, what does that mean? Because of health and safety protocols. And then in the other conference, it's the Cavs versus the Hawks. And then the winner of that, I actually think the winners of those games do matter to a certain extent in terms of like the intrigue factor. Mm-hmm. So we'll do our best to factor that in.
Who do you have last though? Because I have one series below both of them.
It's Bucks Bulls.
Yes.
Bucks Bulls is the least interesting first round series. I think the question is it 4 games? Is it a sweep or is it in 5 games?
And you're going?
I think the Bulls steal a game.
All right. So this is boring because I think the Bulls also steal a game. So okay. I'll go Bucks.
Are you right? You have to keep, you're the record keeper.
Yep. Bucks in 5.
Okay. Bucks in 5. Now it starts to get a little tougher. I will go. let me just very quick Google search and see what comes up on KAWHILEO.
That would be something if in like the next 3 hours while I'm editing this, because Paul George is out, Kawhi plays.
I mean, he's obviously not going to play in this game, but like,
sure.
It's injury. I'm looking at it right now. Injury report: Kawhi Leonard out versus Pelicans. It was from 17 hours ago.
And that wouldn't get upgraded to questionable.
I'm just saying. Would it shock you if Clips split the first 2 games against? First of all, they need to get past this game. If they do, like let's say they steal one at home or on the road against the Suns, and there's Kawhi suiting up for game 3, at which point it becomes the most interesting first round series, arguably. So that is why this is a tough exercise to do. I am going to, with the information we have now, I am going to assume Kawhi is not coming back. In which case, as much respect as I have for the Clippers, with or without Paul George, and the Pelicans, who've done a great job to get to this point, I'm going to go Suns v Clips / Pels as my next least interesting series.
Okay.
So my answer to the how many games, I guess that we have to do this kind of somewhat blind. I'll go Suns in 5. Although I don't feel great about it if it's against the Clippers, because the Clippers are feisty, man.
I'll go Suns in 6. Either way.
It's funny. I think I think Zach Lowe has drink. I think Zach Lowe has pitched this a few times. The top seed should get to pick their opponent.
Yeah, I know you said. I mean, that creates that. There's no other sport that does that. He be the NBA, be first to it, but I don't know. I mean, sure, Zach Lowe, I'm all aboard if that's an innovation you want to put in there, I guess.
My point is, I think they would pick the Wolves over the Clippers.
Well,
over the Clippers because assuming Paul George is out for a short period of time in health and safety, I think they would pick who the fuck wants to deal with Ty Lue for coaching against you with,
I mean, in that case, do they pick Denver?
Oh no, I'm talking about, yeah.
Like, we're just picking your opponent, like pick the most injury riddled.
That's interesting. What about Dallas?
That's the thing. Pick Dallas if Luka's out for the series.
Okay.
I'd rather deal with Spencer Dinwiddie than anybody else's healthy team.
I'll say, are we doing just this? Are we like going?
No. We're just doing the first round.
Just doing the first round. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I still have a lot of trepidation about picking Phoenix to go to the finals. I know it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took them as my second. Like the second in our power rankings last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you had him second behind the Bucks.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I'm happy I put the Nets third in that.
And I'll say my piece on the Nets when we get to them. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is a tricky one because again, okay. Next least interesting. And again, we're using our own definitions of interesting, right?
Yeah. So this is your power rankings.
This is our power rankings. Okay.
Has to be the other one seed. Unless you're saying like Golden State, Denver doesn't,
I think there are several contenders for this next spot. And by the way, Sham Sarania 7 minutes ago, Jared Allen, barring a setback in warmups, going to give it a go tonight against Atlanta. I think that is interesting. Again, I would feel different because I don't think there's a chance in hell that the Cavs go into Miami and beat them in a 7-game series. Atlanta, that's Trae Young's good, man. Muscle memory from last year. A couple guys started hitting shots. They got the talent. Talent is there. You want me to say this, but I don't want to go chalk.
So is this is 6, by the way. This is the next series. Okay.
I have to go 6 because as much as I'm talking up Atlanta, I think especially with this Allen news, there's a chance I could lose tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't personally find the Cavs Heat series with that. I don't think that would be that interesting. So I'll go Heat.
Cover all your bases. If Atlanta wins, what's the series?
Well, no, I have to pick in which order I'm doing. I'll put this series here now. Okay. I'll put this. No.
I'm saying if the Hawks win tonight, what is the outcome of that series against the Heat? We'll do both. This way you cover all your bases.
I would go Heat in 7.
Okay. If the Cavs win, what is the outcome of that series against the Heat?
Heat in 5.
Okay. I'll go Heat in 6. Especially if Allen's playing, I'll go Heat in 6, which the intrigue of that
over
series,
Cleveland?
Over Cleveland, yeah.
Okay.
5 or 6. If I have to pick one. So I'll say, to be different, I'll say 5. So this way there is.
I said 5. I said Heat over
5,
Cavs.
so I'll go 6. So I'll be different and say 6. So this way there's a
what about Heat Hawks, your two favorite teams?
I will take the Hawks in 6 again. The Hawks have been like super hot. They were like not like 6 games under 500.
I love it.
Like a month and a half ago, and then they figured out. They figured out just go. They figured out. Oh, Trae Young's good. We should run our offense through him consistently. And I'm
gonna buy you a Trae Young jersey.
There you go. I'll be the one Knick fan booing Trae Young with his jersey on.
With his jersey on.
Yeah, Hawks in 6. There you go. Stick with it.
Wait, so we still have to rank this.
It's 6. No, it's 6. I think either way. It's either LeBron's 2 former teams or Trae Young trying to take down another Atlantic Division powerhouse. Oh, the Heat aren't in the Atlantic Division anymore. Never mind. East Coast powerhouse.
Whatever. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
I think I want to. So again, this is like, I don't think the Timberwolves are going to beat the Grizzlies. In fact, I actually think there's probably a better chance that the Hawks beat as you just said, the Hawks beat the Heat than the Wolves beat the Grizzlies. But yet, I'm very intrigued by that series.
Yeah, there's the future of the NBA is like all over that series.
Whereas, and again, disrespect to the guy I just named the MVP. I'm not that pumped about Warriors Nuggets, and more than that, I don't think that series is ultimately going to matter because I don't think either of those teams have a chance in hell at going deep. Maybe the Warriors do, and who the hell knows what's going to happen with the Nuggets? And I mean, they still haven't officially ruled out Murray for the year, unless I missed something. I don't think they have. Like they have all but ruled it out. Him out. I'll go Warriors Nuggets next. 5th most intriguing series.
That'd be mine too.
and I will go. So we're in agreement on the intrigue, right? Across the board so far. I'll go. You love your Warriors. So how am I going to play this? Wait, I've been getting to go first every time. Should I let you go first?
I'm letting you captain the ship. It's okay. I don't mind.
You're so kind.
Unless it might also be strategy that I get to know what prediction I don't have to make,
Yeah, it's not like letting me pick first is an advantage.
Yeah.
What do I know what I'm talking about?
Up to you. If you want me to go first, I'll go first.
Do you want to go first?
The Steph Curry of it all is so fascinating because
yes,
it's literally the difference between whether I pick an upset or not. Like I think if Steph Curry does not play in this series, I think the Nuggets. Yeah, I think the Nuggets win in 6. If he does play, then I think it's weird. Like I think
he's expected to play in game 1.
They're optimistic he'll play, which
game 1. So if he doesn't play in game 1, play soon.
I think I'll go. I'll take the. Yeah, I'll go with the optimism here, and I'll stick with my Warriors and go Warriors in 6. I can't say it enough. They were 41-13, and then went 10.
No, they weren't 41-13.
Yes, the day they lost to the Knicks, that made them 41-13. Wow. Okay. Yeah, they were 41-13.
Ended the season, by the way. I literally just noticed this. What team ended the season with the longest winning streak in the league? The Warriors.
The Warriors? What was it? 4?
Well, they tied with the Clippers with 5 in a row.
5 in a row. And the Heat also lost their last 2. They won 6 in a row and then lost their last game.
Yeah, because it didn't matter. By the way, shout out. I mean, we really need to give some kind of a special award. The Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, God.
A very quick aside. We have seen tanks before in this league. We've never seen anything like this.
This is a locomotive. This is Thomas the Tank Engine over here.
They ended the season by losing 11 straight games. And not only that, even more impressively, for the entire year, when you looked at the net ratings of all 30 teams in the NBA, there were 4 teams in a category by themselves at the bottom of the league. Mm-hmm. By themselves. No one was close. By the end of the year, the Blazers had surpassed all of them, and it wasn't close. They finished the year with a negative 9.1. Next worst was Houston at negative 8.3. Just absolute legend status from the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, I hate it. I hope this is where Benji's tweet yesterday. He's a man after my own heart. I hate tanking.
I hope they get the fucking. What can they get as low as? I think they. I
hope they drop as low as. I hope they drop as low as they can. This is why I'm pro regulation. If you're that bad.
Hold on, I want to see what's the lowest that they could drop, because this is going to be very.
By the way, the Warriors ended up going 12-26 the last 38 games of the season is the math. So just wanted to close that loop.
Here it is. The Blazers have with their pick, they have a chance. They have a 0.1% chance to drop to 10th.
I hope they get the 10 pick. I want it so bad. I hope every bad thing happens to that franchise.
I mean, in all seriousness, despite all that losing, they have a 20% chance. Actually, sorry. They have a 20, almost a 1 in 4 chance to get 8 or lower. They have a 20.6% chance to get the 8, a 3.7% chance to get the 9, and a 0.1% chance to get the 10.
I hope they get 10th. I hope they trade it for Julius Randle. I hope they're stuck with the life that we had over the last 365 days.
Your lips.
Maybe more the last 4 months, but still.
Okay. So sorry for that distraction, folks. I had to pay homage to really just legend stuff here. Okay.
Regulate them to the G League.
Sure. Warriors in 7.
Okay. Either way. Steph plays, Steph doesn't play.
Warriors in 7.
Warriors in 7. Okay. I like it.
Okay. So now we have, then there were 4.
Yeah. So this is where I think Memphis, Minnesota goes, by the way.
I'm not going with either of the East series yet.
Oh no, they're 1 and 2 in some order. What are you putting ahead of them?
Hold on.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, so I'm agreeing with you. Memphis, Minnesota.
Okay.
Goes here. Memphis and I'm toying between 5 or 6. I'll go 6. I'll give some. You know what? I put zero respect on Minnesota's name. When did Sunday night? When I think I picked them to lose twice.
Yeah. You had them losing to the Clippers and then losing to the Pelicans. Yeah.
Good job. It's Memphis in 6.
I'll go Memphis in 7. Minnesota.
Would you have taken 6?
No, I would. I was probably leaning closer to 7. Okay. Minnesota showed me something, man. Like Cat getting into foul trouble and giving them absolutely nothing.
Well, what Cat show you?
Well, Cat showed me. See, I don't want to get on his case too much because I think when you get into foul trouble, it throws you off your game completely. Like especially in your first playoff game in how many years? You know, like he has that one experience with Jimmy Butler, that one season.
When he went 3 for 13 though.
He was bad. Don't get me wrong, but there was no chance of him getting a rhythm when you just like the entire time you're afraid that every elbow you put down or every time you put your shoulder into somebody, you're going to hear a whistle. Ed Malloy had his fingerprints all over that game. And as a result, the outcome of, at least from Towns' game, looks a little different than it would if he has, a cleaner slate, which is why I think him going into Memphis and I think there will be a hint of redemption where he now has a clean slate. There's a 7-game series here. This isn't an elimination game. Seeing his team also, I mean, look, the whole point about Cat having a bad game is like the whole reason why Minnesota showed me something. That I thought their best player being out meant, damn, Minnesota's really going to lose this game and the Clippers might go on a run. And Minnesota went on this run to end the game. Like what Anthony Edwards showed me in crunch time, what D'Angelo Russell showed me down the stretch. Who knew? But I like Russell is he's a lot like Fournier. He's a better version of Fournier, obviously, but like when things are not going well with D'Angelo Russell, you're not going to have a great time watching him. But he could do special. Like he's a good player. He's a really good player. I mean, made a freaking all-star team like that. That was a thing that happened. I think they can make this a series. That's my point. The crunch time stuff that I saw, especially from Edwards, that was the first time the Dwayne Wade comps really shone through. That everybody that was saying he's like the D Wade 2.0, and we were all like, okay, like pump your brakes. This was the first time I was like, oh, I see it. Like this can be the best player in the last 5 minutes of a playoff game because we just saw him be the best player on a court with Paul George too, which was the amazing part.